Ladies and gents, back by popular demand, Mystery Box Monday, episode 9. So, as always, here we have all of our devices. The ones on this side are still up for selection. The ones over here have already been chosen. And if this is episode 9, that means we should have 8 over here. But some of them have been removed and put in other places. Regardless of that, these have all stayed the same. So we have 15 to choose from. Let's ask Siri for a number. Pick a number between 1 and 15.
It's 13.
Okay, 13 it is. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This white iPhone is going to be the star on this week's episode of Mystery Box Monday. So right away we can see that the screen is cracked. We have antenna bands on the bottom and the top. So this could be a iPhone 4 or a 4S. Let's see if it has any power. It appears to not, so we'll plug it in and give it some charge. And right away we can see we have the old style battery icon. So that means this is at the very latest iOS 6. We'll set this to the side. Once it powers on, we'll see what we have. Okay, the iPhone's been on the charger for about 10 minutes, so it should have some power, and it does. Here we go. We are met with the iOS 6 home screen. So the real question is this an iPhone 4S or is this an iPhone 4? We'll be able to tell that right now because of Siri, and this is a 4S. And this is a 16 gigabyte Sprint model, so that's better than an 8 gigabyte model. But it does have quite a few cracks up here on the display. And not only is it cracked, but there is quite a bit of dirt filled in those cracks. So it's pretty ugly. The screen itself also has a fair bit of scratches mixed in with those cracks. And the power button is really stiff. It doesn't really press. It just kind of mushes down. But nonetheless, iOS 6 on an iPhone 4S is pretty cool, although it's not that special because you can very easily downgrade this if you have access to a Windows 10 computer. So, what are we gonna do here? Let's see if the camera works, and it does. We'll take a picture of that iPhone 6 Plus over there. And let's go ahead and get on the Wi-Fi, and then we'll test out Siri. And on second thought, Wi-Fi does not appear to be working. So this is actually a known defect for iPhone 4Ss. The Wi-Fi and potentially the Bluetooth go bad. So I think that has to do with the antenna or some sort of chip on the logic board that goes out. Not sure why it happens, but this 4S is stuck without Wi-Fi. So I guess you could put a SIM card in, use it with just cellular data, but I'm not sure that's really worth it. So we're gonna have to look at this thing from a perspective outside of having internet connectivity, because I don't even have the right size SIM card to put in here. What if we do, let's go with this one. This is a classic. Very nice. So the 4S was the second iteration of the iPhone 4, which introduced this beautiful flat-edged glass back and aluminum frame around the outside. The 4S was the last iPhone to feature the 30-pin connector. Next year, in 2012, the iPhone 5 would introduce Lightning, and the headphone jack would move to the bottom of the iPhones, where it stayed up until the iPhone 7 when it was removed. The 4S was a great device. It introduced the A5 chip, which was the first dual-core processor that Apple used. It allowed this iPhone to run apps and games very smoothly, and it would support iOS versions up until iOS 9. The iPhone 4S also introduced Siri, which at the time was not the most useful voice assistant compared to what it is today, but it was still a big improvement on voice control, which could hardly do anything. So not a super special device here, just another 4S on iOS 6. This one happens to be in bad condition. We've got cracks all over the display there. They're filled in with dirt. We have a home button that's mushy, and we have non-functioning Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So not a whole lot you can do with this device, but that is going to do it for Mystery Box Monday, episode 9. I guess I need to change that. This is a 16 gigabyte model, right? Yes, it is. And I should probably write bad Wi-Fi on here as well. All right, guys, that'll do it for this one. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in another video.